battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
There we go. Back man. 180. Cut. Hey, switch gears.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing now is Wentz. Complete to Jones. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. To throw is Wentz. And that is incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Mayfield off the play fake. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It looked like he tried it all there. Tried to use some physicality, right? Tried to use some footwork, some head fakes, but he was covered the entire way. Dogged in every step. That forced the incompletion. No separation at the end of the route.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Mayfield. Finding some room at midfield. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Here we go. 120. One flag. Go tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. Fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
47's the mic.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz tried to drop one in, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and now it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Wentz now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but now it'll be 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Mayfield. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So a change of possession here on the punt.
At their own 36-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 280.
55. All day, every day.
Let's go. Great.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Throwing on second down. Wentz going deep this time for Miller. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Check 55.
No.
Check 55 to Mike.
Now Wentz on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt.
First and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. A first down throw from Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guy. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Hey, alert!
Slam.
Third and long for Mayfield. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Check.
Now this time, Wentz will throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, But you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
We own it. We own it.
Lynn 5-3. Lynn 5-3. Hey, Rip 5-2. On here.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield, he's sacked at the 46. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
In your face.
Point it right.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Regular.
Mike, 53, Mike.
Throwing, Mayfield. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Alert. Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield now. Eluding the pressure right. He'll let this go for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Set. Point it right. Pistol.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Looking long for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold it.
He trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Spencer. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player, not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
57. Hey, kill.
Throwing his Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. On the ground, Kamara. And did he get the football to break the play? No, he did not. They'll say he's out of bounds, shy of the goal line, and they'll be denied on the 2-point conversion. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Alert, 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 alert. Regular.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They go play action here on first down. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Saints on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
You're not ready. Check. 53.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and in fact we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Just like that. All day, baby, all day.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Let's go.
Throwing on first is Wentz. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Go.
Six guard. Check 6 guard.
On play action, Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Hey, 133.
Mayfield on first down. Then he finds Tyler Kroft. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Myers. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
17 yards. And the Saints first down.
Mayfield brings him up first and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. So we come upon halftime. 6-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Check it back. Check it back.
On second down, Mayfield again. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Check 53.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mayfield with it once more. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. Mayfield now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 27, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Being chased out left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Here we go.
From the 35 on second down. Wentz, that's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Coming. Mike's 47.
Here we go.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's taken to the 26. 35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
First down.
Mayfield now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And Mayfield just getting the play off. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Myers. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield. On the comebacker, complete. It's Myers. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And again, it's Mayfield. It's caught. He finds Myers. And oh, he coughed it up. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Bishop. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 10 yards, good for his Saints' 1st down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 78 yards. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Yeah. Hey, let go.
From the gun, Bishop. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. .44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hatch it. Motion.
Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Here we go. 120.
Check. Crouch.
Flag.
Watch the twist.
General West.
On 2nd and 9. Wentz. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Slam.
Hey, what's that?
They'll run on 1st down. Spencer. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Pac-Man. 280.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Down the man inside. Down the man.
On play action, it's Wentz. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bishop. And Thomas has it. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on fourth down tries. They're trying again. Looking to throw. Bishop. He'll air it out. He's got a man. Complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Myers. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Second and 1. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, New Orleans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Saints have retaken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
That's what I do.
On first down, Wentz. Making the catch is Sternberger. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. 2 important parts to that play. 1, you get a first down, obviously, Charles. 2, managed to get out of bounds.
Love the way you dissected that, but he threw it in the middle of the field. So they picked up the first down, but he had to work his way to the sideline to stop the clock. What a great effort.
Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz, this is Miller, complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On first down, it's Spencer. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Go. 280.
Check, 47. In the face. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Hey, outside, solid. No. Wait.
Back to throw. Wentz. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it's going to be second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
On the ready.
Let's go. Everyone's got
Get it.
Back to throw. Bishop. Incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And taken right on the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Meanwhile, in Foxborough, they're in the 4th quarter. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here we go.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Wentz to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
They can't stop us. Come on, fellas.
Now Wentz. Throw left side complete. That's Spencer. A good pickup there at 22. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They kill. They score 2 kills.
Let's put that team on the punt.
Undercrush. Sunday.
They'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. He's at the 30, the 20, 10.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week in practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you got a decision. Are you in?
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. This quarterback now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while. To have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski, okay? Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.